This video will be a quick rundown on the laws of thermodynamics. Starting with the 0th law of thermodynamics, this law states that if two objects are in thermal equilibrium and a third object is in thermal equilibrium with one of the objects, it is also in thermal equilibrium with the other object. This is a good visual representation of the 0th law. Here, A and B are in thermal equilibrium with each other. Once C is introduced to be in equilibrium with A, the first law tells us that B and C are now in thermal equilibrium. The first law of thermodynamics gives us an equation to find the change in internal energy for any transition between two equilibrium states. That is, the change in internal energy is equal to the heat minus the work. Heat can be positive if it is added and negative if it is removed. Work can be positive if work is done by the system, or negative if work is done on the system. Under the second law of thermodynamics, this law informs us that it is impossible to convert the heat from a single source into work without any other effect. Heat never flows spontaneously from a cold object to a hotter object. Finally, this also gives us the equation to find the change in entropy, that being heat divided by temperature. Lastly, the third law of thermodynamics states that absolute zero temperature cannot be reached through any finite number of cooling steps. We know that from quantum mechanics, the temperature of any given physical system must be finite.